Good morning. Can you hear me? Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure of welcoming you to our conference. Allow me to address my particularly warm words of welcome to our guests from Australia. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation to participate in this conference. Your very presence and experience and the history of your community will certainly help us to better understand the history of the scientific collections which have become a sensitive, ethically challenging legacy for contemporary researchers of the University of Wrocław. Many thanks also to Dr. Corina Enkelbrecht, Dr. Kate Williams, and Polish researchers and curators of museum and university collections for joining us. My special acknowledgements go to Kate Williams for her commitment and help in organizing our meeting. The collections of the University of Wrocław contain research materials accumulated by German scholars during the time when Wrocław, then Breslau, was a German city. In 1945, as a result of the Potsdam Conference, the city became part of Poland. The Polish scholars who founded the Polish University after the Second World War carefully preserved the German collections that had survived the destruction of the war and used some of them in their own research. Now, we are beginning to look at the collections of the former German university through the perspective of new academic ideals. We are aware that some of them were created during the colonial period, and some were used to legitimize racist ideologies and eugenic concepts, which today makes them for us a sensitive legacy, one that is linked to the experience of trauma, exclusion, and injustice. Working with collections of this kind require in-depth historical, epistemic, and ethical reflections. And it is this challenge that has become the impulse for us, researchers of culture, to organize this conference. Our conference is organized by the Institute of Cultural Studies of the University of Wrocław, Center for European Studies of the Australian National University in Canberra, and the Urban Memory Foundation of Wrocław. Our meeting is co-founded by the European Union within the MultiMemo, Multidirectional Memory, Remembering for Social Justice project, realized by the Urban Memory Foundation together with European partners. Thank you very much for your attention, and I wish you successful deliberations.
Thank you so much, Renata. Can you hear me? Yes?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning to all the participants in Europe. Good afternoon and good evening to all those who are joining us from Australia, our speakers and audience watching us online. My name is Katarzyna Williams. I'm a Deputy Director at the Centre for European Studies at the Australian National University, the oldest research centre in Australia focused on the study of Europe and the collaboration with Europe. I would like to start our conference by acknowledging and celebrating first Australians, the Ngunnawal and Nambi people on whose traditional lands I live and work, and pay my respect to the eldest past and present. I extend my acknowledgement to any First Nations peoples listening in tonight. Particularly, I would like to acknowledge the Yaru people and their Karajari neighbors who are still struggling with the painful past, the experiences we'll be talking about today, who already made journeys across the world to retrieve the remains of their ancestors, and who still have more ancestors to bring home and honor. I would also like to acknowledge those with their roots in Wrocław and those with their roots or connections in Breslau, and express my deep gratitude to all those who are committed to learning, honoring, and preserving the past. Therefore, I'm delighted and honored to be able to work with the Urban Memory Foundation and the University of Wrocław, my alma mater, on such an important issue. Thank you, Aga Jabłońska, Renata, Tańczuk, and many other people behind the stage for this opportunity. Big thanks to Hilary House, Paul Turnbull, Sarah Yu, and Naomi Appleby for so eagerly joining the projects to share your expertise, your unique expertise. For me personally, this conference is extremely important. It is a journey between two homes, and I don't mean exactly this internet connection today, or not only. Living in Australia has informed my work on memory, on migration, movement of people and things, and placed my home city's difficult past in a new light. Likewise, being Wrocławianka or Breslauer has had a role in my thinking and writing about Australian heritage and cultural memory, displacement, and transnational experience. I do not want to take any more time on my personal trips, but I do have a few housekeeping notes to make. The conference is being recorded and it's live streamed via Facebook and YouTube channel. I should also advise that during the conference, images and names of deceased persons might be used, and potentially words and descriptions that come from a particular period in the past, but today are understood as culturally sensitive. I also want to note that I'm very happy. I actually decided to give up my 10 minutes at the end to engage with the speakers while we have them. I believe that the discussion and Q&A will be at the end of our session, so please stay with us. We are all here, speaking from Australia, we are all very eager to hear the presentations that will follow in the following sessions. I'm very grateful to the organizer for recording them. It will be a little bit late for us, I think, to stay till the end of the conference, but perhaps we'll try. But this is just the beginning of the conversation, and the conversation will continue after the conference.